So welcome to another edition of Post-Trade Perspectives. Today I'm here with Dean Little, who is the CEO of Proxymity. My name is Sam Riley and I'm responsible for our investor services and banking at Clearstream. And today we're going to talk about proxy voting and investor relations. So Dean, you started Proxymity in early 2020, right at the start of the pandemic. In the same year, obviously, SRD2 was launched in the European space, a real focus on digitisation. How did it help your business, and what impacts have you seen?
So Sam, obviously, COVID was a big surprise for everyone, and that's created a huge shift towards digital and hybrid and virtual meetings to allow issuers to convene a meeting without the need for people there to be present. And that then came on with SRD2. SRD2 was the EU regulation which drove better electronic communication through the transmission of information through intermediaries. We've seen a huge shift in volumes as a result of that. Before SRD2, we saw 20% year-on-year growth of investors voting and increased stewardship of the assets they hold. But then as SRD2 came into force and every intermediary had to offer a service, we saw up to 400% increases in certain markets. So a huge, massive trend of increased communication, which has been brought to the market and been supported with companies like Proxymity.
That's great, Dean. And look, I can completely relate to certainly the SRD2 implementation. I mean, it's certainly by far been probably the best, most harmonised implementation across all the jurisdictions, given the topics you touched on. You know, whether it was standardisation of instructions, the ability to make sure that the rules, the EU rules, have been implemented all the same across the region. But I think we've come a long way in the last 18 months, and certainly working with Proxymity has been a big help. Taking that one step further, though, Dean, where do you think then the next challenges are to be tackled from an investor comms perspective?
So I think we need to make sure that we continue adoption, and we make sure that everyone's aware of the need to adopt new technologies or new ways of communicating, and that obviously starts with the issuer and moves all the way through the ecosystem. But it's important that issuers adopt these new technologies. SRD2 applies to them as well, and they need to make sure they start that journey on an electronic platform, on a digital platform, to ensure that they can benefit from the solutions that are available to them. So I think adoption is number one as we continue to push through that, and then we also need to make sure that the solutions we build for clients and for customers, we listen to everyone involved in the ecosystem, not just one part of the ecosystem. We look at issuers, intermediaries and investors to make sure we build solutions that everyone can use and everyone can benefit from, and that's really important for Proxymity, and I know that's really important for Clearstream as well, and something that we both feel passionately about.
Absolutely, Dean. I think for us, the focus and the opportunity to provide issuers with real rich data in terms of the investor communications and feedback they get there from their investors is going to be something that is something that's going to grow very much so in the future. So, I mean, my last question, I suppose, is, you know, we've been working together over the last couple of years, and I'm sure we'll continue to work together over the next number of years. What does this space look like for you in 20 years' time, Dean?
It's a good question, Sam, and I seriously hope we will be working together for a few more years at least. So I think this space is going to change dramatically as new platforms, as new technologies are incorporated into post-trade space, and new ways of communicating in a more real-time, transparent manner with better security. The number of products or the type of products will start to evolve, and you'll see buy-side intermediaries and investors look to demand more sophisticated products, and issuers more sophisticated products for engaging with their shareholders and communicating with their shareholders in a more rapid real-time manner. And I think that the type of value that intermediaries will provide and their providers will provide to their customers will change significantly. I know that that's something that we've really focused on at Proxymity, and I believe Clearstream too are fully invested in looking at those types of products and ensuring they deliver the best product suite for their clients.
Absolutely, Dean, and I think the future is going to be, the end-to-end transparency delivered through digitisation that really gets that, almost the B2B2C really gets to that end customer and the opportunity to make a difference. It's been great talking to you today, Dean. Thanks very much for your time. Appreciate it as always. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.